Well, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell the story. They ain't got into it. And, they had to say, we're gonna take it off, we're gonna take it off. But he has to come off. So she got it up, I guess it was taped on so much. The foundation of the makeup from the bottom of the wig got in her eyes. And she said, I see what y'all done made me. And this was all about some job, but I hope that nobody is. She was just trying to defer that she just didn't want to go to no real deal, but she definitely got the mug shot that we have. And the makeup, she told the makeup was so much makeup under the wig until they fell and got in her eyes. The makeup was caked on that much. Then when she took it off, it was into it, you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell the story. They ain't got into it. And, they had to say, we're going to take it off, we're going to take it off. But he has to come off.
So I know it's hard to hear, but I wanted to play this as I have it recorded in my file. I want to tell y'all what this security officer said. He said, this is what he said. The security officer said to Ms. Hillary Sanchez during an interview. This is what the security officer said. He said that when they got into it, meaning that there was an argument or whatever where Joe Diddy was taken off and temporarily detained, that they were searching Joe Diddy and the makeup was running off of Joe Diddy's face, off his forehead into his eyes, and where he couldn't see because the makeup was so it was caked on. The reason I play that is because, guys, that this person doesn't realize that when you have people who were at the place and that you have incident reports and you have things that show clearly that that stuff happened, you can't sue me about. You can sue me, but you're going to lose. So I wanted to come back on here just briefly to go into, Joe Diddy representing himself in this court proceedings. Now, I hope that was just a skit. I hope that was just a skit when you said that you are going to be going into the federal court to represent yourself, sir, ma'am. I really hope that you were joking. And the reason why I hope you were joking is because you don't know the civil rules of the federal court system. You don't know your way around. You don't know how to file motions. You don't know how to file motions in limine. You don't know motions in limine. You don't know motions in limine. You don't know anything whatsoever to do with a civil courtroom, a federal courtroom for civil cases. Now, if you think that it's a joke and you think, oh, well, you'll be able to dismiss this or you'll dismiss that. No one is dismissing anything. And you've got to understand what you have said and the things that you had done, Joe. And this is the things that we're going to be going over. You want to know what it is that you said and did that has gotten you in a case. You're saying that it's all made up. You're saying that you don't know why you are made a defendant. And so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what made you insert yourself in this to be a defendant, and that's the question of the day. What did Joe Diddy do? What did Joe Diddy do and say to insert himself in in this action to where now he's a defendant, and the very people, it's the very people who literally have done the things that they done on this app, and now you are the fall guy for them, Joe. You're the fall person, and now you got to answer for it. And this is the unfortunate thing, but you're going to be the one that has to fall for it, that you have to fall for it. And it's unfortunately that you're the fall person, but that's how it is. So we're gonna go through some of these, just a few videos that you can hear your own self, so that you can understand, okay, what is it that I said, or what is it that I did that has gotten myself in a situation where I am. So we're gonna review some of the things, and then maybe that'll help you refreshing your memory of the things that you were on here saying for people, and now they're not there to stand up with you. I would have thought the people that brought you the fake information would have been crowdfunding for you to allow you something to kind of help you. Why aren't they fundraising so you can get a lawyer, since you relied on the information that they gave you? That they gave to you, but now they're nowhere around. Where are they, Joe? Where are they? Where are all these people who you relied on, and now they ain't nowhere around? You guys tap the screen. We got 80 people in here, so y'all tap the screen. We're not even busy yet. So I want to start. I want to kind of keep this in order. So I'm scrolling down on my other phone, so this will be very clear. Yeah, people, and he relying on these people that he didn't even know, and going on here doing their dirty work for them. This is the type of stuff that he was doing, and now that's what finds himself in this case. So let me get down to the part that we need to be on. Y'all just tap the screen for Miss Hillary, and we're going to get into it. I'm going to come across these videos here. We're coming close. It's a lot of evidence, lots and lots of evidence to go through. But I'm going through it fast. Y'all just tap the screen. We're going to do what we need to do. I came on early because I wanted to. So let's see. You guys, let's see. Let's go to videos. Here we go. Videos. Okay. So we're going to start. I'm going to start a video here. And then we'll take it from here. Y'all just tap the screen. If you can't hear when I start it, let me know. I'll adjust it accordingly. But I want to see if y'all can hear this first. I want to see if you guys can hear this clearly. Here we go.
Told y'all I'm sorry about the cost. There's nothing I can do. A lot of people like Miss Nella making that season out of her kitchen. I'm not making it out of my kitchen. It's going through a process, okay? I'm not doing nothing out of my home with no seasoning. It's all of it is going through a process. The labels and everything. I don't have anything to do with none of that. All of that is other people doing. They're doing that for me. I'm not there writing out the label and telling them I'm not doing all of that, you guys. So whatever mistakes or whatever on the labels, they correcting them themselves. So they're correcting them and they're getting it back together like it's supposed to be, just like the chicken, you know. I was never told it was gonna be a kicking chicken. You know, I know people that got business with that name that's a kicking chicken. So when y'all said that and y'all made that known to me, then I had to make that known to them because I have a true friend that owns a restaurant that's called Kicking Chicken. And I'm looking like, kicking chicken? No, we can't use kicking chicken, baby, because I know somebody personally got that, you know. So we had to get these labels back together and stuff and get them to not just only y'all satisfaction so y'all can make them look like they cute. We had to get them to protect me and my brand. So we went over some of the labels. We did a lot of changes and stuff like that. Well, we didn't. I suggested it, and they doing the changes, okay? Told y'all I'm sorry about the
Okay.
cost. There's nothing I can do.
So that part here, he's saying that he knew nothing about the kicking chicken. We're going to go through why he's such a liar. We're going to go through it. And now this is another video of him talking about the seasoning, but this was before the backlash came. Here we go.
We about to start taking pre-sales orders on my... Okay. We are almost here on my seasonings. This is the only one that came back right now. This is the chicken season right here. It says Kicking Chicken Blend, okay? It is Miss Netta and Charles. So we're going to have chicken. We're going to have beef. We're going to have chicken, beef, all-purpose, and some type of seafood. Management or no nothing like that. This is something I'm doing and getting critic and stuff as myself. So this is what I was doing before. And I'm not saying we're not taking no more, we're not doing no more promos or we're not doing no more club appearances. Lamb chops, I'm making some squash and some cornbread. That's what's lunch is for dinner and whatever today. But I got something I want to show y'all.
So, guys, this is what I want to say. So, clearly, we know that this man got up here lying again in TikTok's face and to his supporters saying that he didn't know nothing about a kicking chicken. And then, of course, when I find the video where he was talking about this is the only seasoning that we have out right now is kicking chicken. So, that's a flat, bold-faced lie, and everybody in here caught it. Now, this person here, this is a person who says that he literally can sue me. He literally could do whatever needs to be done. And I want to be very clear. And I have all my recordings actually downloaded. I don't even think he understands the basis of why he's a defendant in this case. I don't think he knows how to read the complaint and understand what he said in the complaint is what gave him his ass a seat in the defendant's chair. And I think he doesn't realize that. He does not realize that. And it's insane to me. Now, what we know is that before we get to the federal case, which is pending in the federal court, it's pending. There's motions. We get to the federal case, which is pending in the federal court. It's pending. There's motions pending before the court so the court can do what it needs to do in the federal court. That is already been filed in September, and it's still pending right now. The defendants in that case is Nosy Bystander LLC, Omar Leonard, and also Joe Robinson Alexander, however he says it. Those are the three defendants in that one civil case for slander, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and defamation. Now, there were other things going on where other defendants y'all don't know about yet. I did name a couple of them, but what y'all may not know is that, see, Joe Diddy, when we were in court on October 7th, where he had asked and begged the court to allow him to have a Zoom conference because due to the last minute, he couldn't travel to Connecticut, but he took his ugly behind down there to Atlanta. He couldn't travel there, but he went to Atlanta. And so he couldn't travel there, but he went to Atlanta. And so, but what he did was he got with those ex-moderators of Miss Hillary's and thought that they could all come in and be witnesses for him, when it had nothing to do with them. It had nothing to do with them showing up for anything, because they couldn't have testified against anything anyway, because they had nothing to do with it. See, it was those nosy moderators who don't have a life, who was trying to inflict themselves into something that they don't have no damn business doing. But they befriended Joe Diddy, because Joe Diddy don't know no better. And so he gonna believe anything that anybody says to him. They send him something, he automatically believes it's gold and that is truth and that is this and that is that. And the unfortunate thing is, that is why he is a defendant in this case, and they are not. But it's amazing to me that none of them have offered to give up any money to help him get a lawyer, instead of him going on a suicide mission, going up in them federal courts, acting like that's something to play with. I know he got some supporters in here. Somebody says, I'm eating. I don't want to lose my food looking at that picture. I'll be back. Okay, Mr. Lee, I apologize. Don't look at the picture. You can eat and listen. You just don't have to look at your phone. Just turn the phone over and you can still listen to my voice. But yeah, so here's the thing, you guys. So when we were in this other proceeding, Joe Diddy literally, or his mods, whoever or however they did it, someone recorded this whole proceedings. I've already said this yesterday, so I'm going to be very brief. I've already filed a motion for Joe to be held in contempt for violating a court order, recording the whole proceedings. Whether he recorded it or one of those other mods that he gave the link to recorded it, or if they were given the link, whoever, they got to tell on each other, because someone did the recording, but Joe was up on the live playing the recording, so he had it to play it. So therefore, they're going to have to show cause why the court will not hold them in contempt of court. So these are the things when you know how to play chess and not checkers. And so that's one thing we're going to do. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to do a net worth, an asset analysis. There are people already working on this for me, finding out what is Joe Diddy actually worth. Finding out what is Joe Diddy actually worth. You know, we have these things on the internet where you type it in and it says one thing and says another. We know 1 minute he was saying he was worth all this money and everybody was jealous of him, and he's worth this, he's worth that, his money's like lottery numbers. And then just the other day he gets on here and he says, well, you know what? I don't have anything for you to get. I don't have no money. I don't have nothing for you to collect, even if you were to win. But what are you doing? Is it manipulation? Is it another lie? You do get money. Another lie. You do get money. You get money on the 15th. You get money every Wednesday from TikTok. You get money from YouTube. You have an income coming in. It is therefore attachable. Your lawsuit, my lawsuit, can attach to those monies. Now, what I still don't understand about Joe is that you know, y'all brag about that trailer. Y'all brag about that trailer being $70K and y'all got all this stuff and all these new appliances. I'll tell you, I'm not interested. I am not interested in that trailer at all, other than donating it to the fire department for the school, the vocational school for the firefighter trainees. They can burn it down, do a controlled fire on it, do things like that. But it would be nothing that I would ever want to have myself. Then he says he's pursuing nobody in court and then don't have no money. Yeah, well, I know a lot of people remember when he was telling everybody he was going to sue me. He was telling everybody on TikTok that he was going to be suing Ms. Hillary Sanchez because for all the lies, for this and that, and that he had the money and that he was going to teach me a lesson by suing me. He was going to teach me a lesson by suing me. I know there's somebody in this room out of 109 people who remember him saying that he was going to take his money just to prove a point to teach me a lesson. And that and I'm telling y'all, but ask me this. How is it that Miss Hillary Sanchez beat him to the punch? And I begged him. Thank you for reminding me. I begged him, and I believe I said it just like this. I said, if I'm lying and you keep on saying I'm lying and I don't got no proof and evidence to nothing, go ahead and sue me if I'm lying. I begged him for months and months and months to sue me. All the way back during the BET Awards and after. And he never done any of it. Do y'all remember that? So now, isn't it ironic? Guys, that when Miss Hillary Sanchez decides, okay, enough is enough. This man got on here lying, saying things that wasn't true. I told him, I said, I'm going to sue him for defamation for the things that he said. What happened? Miss Hillary Sanchez has sued and filed against him. I didn't come on here talking about, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, this or that, and coming up with every excuse in the book not to do what I said I was going to do. So if Joe Diddy, why wouldn't he do what he said he was going to do? That's the thing. That's a question I would love somebody to answer. And I love how he wanted to come on here and minimize what he did and what had happened. I love how he wants to say it's not nothing, it ain't no big deal, it's this or that, and I got the problem, and I'm this and I'm that. No. You got a problem. You have to answer to this federal case on top of these other charges that you finna face. Nobody did this to you but yourself, Joe. This is what you got to understand. Nobody did this but yourself. You let these people, and somebody said it in my comments. This is, and I'm going to tell y'all, I know exactly what happened, how Joe Diddy got caught up in this mess, y'all. Let me tell you. Somebody slid in his DMs. Listen to what I'm telling you. Somebody went in Joe Diddy's DMs probably. This is just speculation because I don't know this for a fact, in my opinion. Somebody got up in his DMs saying, oh, I got some tea on Miss Hillary that'll help you with your case. And he's seeing this. And so he accepted their request, so they start talking. Then they giving him all these lies. And instead of Joe Diddy doing what he needed to do, which was fact check and have other people verify what was being said before he got on TikTok, and said what he said all them weeks and months and all them hundreds of thousands of views that his lives got and hundreds of thousands of views that his lives got. And this is what his problem is. He relied on somebody he ain't never met in his life. He don't know him from a bucket of paint. And now he's sitting in the defendant's seat, and these other folks who gave him all this fake, bogus information is going to remain anonymous. But do y'all think Joe Diddy gonna tell when he goes to deposition? You know, we get to depose him. He gets to be deposed under oath, and we're gonna ask, where did you get your information from, Joe Robinson? Who gave you this information, Miss Hillary Sanchez? Who was the ones who inboxed you? Who are they? Do y'all think he gonna tell? Hello, Miss Anna. Do y'all think he gonna give up these people where he got this information from? And I'll tell you something else. But this is Joe Glizzy's problem, y'all. This is his problem. It's anybody can get on this internet and type up a fake account name. See, I'm not going to continuously pay for anybody, these other people, because I don't care. The people who gave him the information, y'all, didn't put it out there. They didn't put that out there on TikTok on their big platforms. They gave it to the fool and let him down it. They gave it to Big Joe, and Big Joe got on his platform and did what he wanted to do with it. You know, that's what Joe Diddy does. So these people are not going to be, even if you told on them, they didn't do it. They didn't say nothing wrong. They could have provided him all kind of lies and fake information. You know, he did his big one. Joe Diddy gonna drop a dime on them. Yeah, he is, but it ain't gonna help him. They're not liable for nothing. They're not liable for nothing. Somebody says, what's on his leg? Apparently, I'm jealous. This is what I'm jealous of. This is what I'm jealous of. Oh, let me see. I don't know what it is, but let me see if my package came. Let me look on my phone and see if this big package was delivered. Hold on, y'all. Y'all tap the screen. Let me see if this package was delivered today. Let me see if this. Tap the screen. Let me see if this package was delivered today. Let me see if this package in here. Let me see if I can see it. I don't know what my package is. I don't know what that is. You just threw me off. Y'all tap the screen. So y'all tap the screen. Please tap the screen for Miss Hillary. So let me say this. let me say this, y'all. So do you guys think that Joe thinks that these people who gave him this fake information or exaggerated information or lies are going to come and be able to tell him, oh, I gave this to him? That's not how things work. I mean, that's just not how things work, guys. And so why do you guys think, can I have some people come up in my box tonight? before I start my night show, can I have some people come up in the box? And here's some questions I want to ask you guys. I really want to know. Y'all, thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for the gifts. Y'all tap the screen for Ms. Hillary Sanchez. Thank you. So one of my first questions I want to ask y'all, and I ask you to come up in the box to answer me, is why do you think he came on social media and said the following? I don't know if Miss Hillary Sanchez would speak to me. She probably wouldn't, but I would want to ask her some questions. Why do you think he said that? That's number one. Number two is, why do you think he also got on here to do an about face to say his money is not really like lottery numbers? Why do you guys think he did an about face when it came to that? I would like to know if y'all want to come and chime in on this for me before I start my show tonight. I really would like some answers. I really would like some answers from y'all. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. So let me see. I got Miss Whitney in the house. Y'all tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Hello, Miss Whitney. How are you?
Yeah, Miss Whitney. How are you?
Great, great, great. Can you answer any of them two questions I posed?
I can actually answer both and give a little extra too. So the first question was, was it the money or why does he want to talk? I don't remember.
Both of them. Any way you want to remember it, you can speak on it.
So I'm gonna start with the whole money thing. You already called his bluff on that. If you got the money, then put your money where your mouth is. He can't do that. So to me, that's low key. That's his truth. He don't got nothing for you to take, but it's too late for that now. And then the conversation, he could have said that months ago. It's too late to have a conversation. You're in federal court. You should have been the man that you are, and just had a conversation a long time ago. Like it's past that. It's above that at this point. However, if he needs some money, what he can do, Thanksgiving coming up, I know a lot of people, as tradition, cook chitlins and stuff like that. Well, his done fell out, so he could sell them and see what he can get for those, because, chitlins be high around Thanksgiving time. So, he might make a few coins off of that. And, along with the seasonings, with the buck and beef or whatever he calls it.
Right. So you think that, so that's your impression. So does he think that because somebody told him that he would get off but he the one that redistributed and said it. I don't know if he even understands the elements of what has led him in federal court, Miss Whitney.
I think he kind of knows, but he doesn't want to accept it. But whether he wants to accept it or not, it is what it is. Like, there's no damage control at this point. The damage is done. The courts have whatever they have. It's not going to go away with a conversation. So there's no point. Like I said, he should have been the man that he is back then, when all was asked was an apology. He couldn't do that. So there's no need to try to have a conversation now, because now it's too late. He's trying to do damage control. But like I said, it's too late for all of that. He drug it on, and ran up the views and all this extra stuff. And then now it's time to pay the piper, and he don't got, nothing to pay. He has nothing to pay the piper with. So whatever he do got, he knows he got to come off of it. Like, he got to come up off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But let him tell it, he got it all. The Louis Vuitton and the hot dog water jacuzzi and pool. Like, it's too late. You try to be all flashy and, talk a good game, but now it's time to put your money where your mouth is, and now he's saying he don't have nothing. It's too late for that. So either you was lying then or you lying now. Either way, you was lying somewhere along the lines. You just got to face it and move on.
And the thing that I'm trying to understand, Miss Whitney, is why doesn't he understand, or why doesn't his supporters tell him how to mitigate his damages? Why don't they tell him that he can come on live and retract what he said? about what he said that has gotten him in the federal court, and it won't eliminate and take it away. It won't extinguish the lawsuit, but it will show that he realized what he has done was wrong. And it may help him when it comes to damages, that he didn't just keep letting it go on and go on and go on. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's like him bowing down, and he's not willing to do that. He got too much ego for whatever reason, not to have anything. So he says, like, how do you have this much ego to where you can't accept what you did? You know, like I said, and just move along with it.
Right. And so the thing what I'm saying, like, is that, so if he literally could say, okay, this is what I said, and or look at the lawsuit. If he actually reviewed the lawsuit, what pertained to him and the allegations in the federal court, and he went through that line by line or paragraph by paragraph or statement by statement, or if he needed somebody to translate some of the words, because I know if he were to say communication, it would be community. It would be all types of different words. Like if on this day, this happened, this and that. And so they could translate it for him where he could understand it better. I don't know, but it seems like to me, and I heard them say, he said he ain't got time for it, because he's a content creator and nobody else is. Well, you're going to have to make time. He's going to have to make time for it. I don't know what makes him, he's not dictating what's happening. And he's not he's not a dictator. He doesn't get to say what he can and can't do. No, I take that back. He can do that, and then he's going to face a default. He's going to face a default if he does that. He will definitely face a default, and then there won't have to be nothing other than a hearing to award damages. He's right. He can throw in the flag. He sure can. He can be a no-show all he wants to. And then we could just have a hearing to determine what are the damages. What are the damages going to be? And I know you are very familiar about that. They have trials and things that you go before the judge strictly to determine damages.
Right. I think the problem is he's used to being in control. He always controlled the narrative, and now it's out of his control, and he doesn't know how to accept that.
And so do you realize, like I obviously realize, that's what he does when he's crashing. But if you got all this support, I don't see why he couldn't fundraise crowd fund and get $1 a piece from all these big supporters and all these big people he got that he claims support him, and then get the greatest lawyers down here that Connecticut could pay for. What is the issue?
They don't care. Just like he don't care, they don't care either. He's entertainment for everybody at this point. Nobody takes him serious. So whoever I'm not saying people don't support him, but they're not willing to support him in that sense, because then the entertainment is gone.
Right. Hello, Miss Jess. How are you? Welcome in. Did you mean to come up? Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, there have been plenty of people who literally was able to understand this and everything. Hey, Miss Ty, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. What are your thoughts on the questions that I posed?
Okay, so I mean, my thoughts are, he was recently talking about selling out of the seasonings and thanking everyone for selling out. So all of a sudden now he doesn't have anything, So I find that to be ironic. I agree with Whitney. He's either lying now or he was lying then. And I do believe that now that he sees how serious this is, that he's now trying his best to have a conversation, and it's too late. And I don't believe that he took things seriously at first. I believe that he took it as a joke. Maybe he thought it was innocent banter going back and forth or whatever. And, oh, we all do this and everybody's talking about everybody. But here's the thing. Joe, he took it too far. And I don't think that he realized that what he was doing has repercussions and consequences. And whoever is advising him, I don't know who they are. They all need sweet pickles, cooked on phonics, whatever. They all need it. Some connect the dot books, because they're advising him very poorly. It's clear that he has no management. At one time, he was such an icon. He said that he needed security everywhere he goes. Where's the security? I believe that now he's backpedaling and he's realizing that, hey, this is actually very serious. And he finally admitted, yes, this is real, because at one point he said that there was no case, it was thrown out. So here we go, backpedaling. That's my opinion. I don't know what Joe is thinking. I don't know what his plan will be, but should he have come on the internet and made a retraction? Absolutely. But I believe that his pride will not allow him to do that. Not that it will lessen the blow of whatever the court does decide, which is in the court's hands, but that would be the right thing to do. If you got this information, to come out and say, I'm sorry, I got misinformation. I never should have said these things regarding Miss Hillary and her husband. That was wrong. I apologize. He will never do that. He'll never admit it. He will never do that.
And I think what he doesn't understand, Ty, is that he doesn't seem to understand in federal court and under, the Connecticut state statute. In federal court, you can ask for punitive damages, and punitive damages are not meant to punish the perpetrator, the person who caused this action. It's not, and the judge would instruct a jury that you are to not award punitive damages to punish, like just say Joe Robinson, Joe Diddy. Punitive damages are to deter others from doing the same thing that happened in this case. So it's to send a message to society. Do people
set a precedent so that you understand? This cannot be done, and these are the consequences that you can face. It's similar to, I believe, Tasha K and her, what happened between her and, Cardi B. That set a precedent to people who have podcasts that you just can't get on your podcast and just make up things, malicious, evil lies about people, and there be no consequences. You cannot do that. And I believe that Joe thought that him and this group of people could just do whatever they wanted to do. And lately, he looks very, very sad, and he's not. I believe he's crazy not to consult with an attorney. I think that's crazy, but a lot of the things that he does, I don't agree with. But it would be, he needs a lesson in humility. Humility and being humble could do a lot for this man, okay? And he refuses to be humble. He refuses to do genuine apologies. He refuses to be accountable for his actions. And he thinks it's a joke because he'll apologize and then he goes back, him and Charles, snickering at that table, making fun of people. And he thinks it's all a joke. He thinks it's all a joke.
Well, and I don't know if he realizes that this is not a joke. It's not a joke to because at this point in stage, what Miss Hillary Sanchez is looking at as the plaintiff is, how am I going to collect any judgment, right? How am I going to collect judgment? And so I'm not going to say specifically the things that have been, what are being researched and what are being looked at. But what I will say is that Joe Robinson makes money. Okay. He definitely makes money. And I'm very aware of these LLCs that he has, whether there were fictitious companies or whatever it was. I'm very aware of all of those things. But we're going to go after what we see, what we can see, feel, and touch. Money, his accounts are monetized. You get money, you do this, you do that. You can file your bankruptcy against me, but we're going to maneuver around you so that we can get what we need to get in the event that this award is happening, especially if he's going to default. If he's going to default, then throw the flag in, submit the paperwork saying you just default judgment, cop your plea, and then we can move on to the damages portion. Because this is not going away. I don't care if you got $500 in the bank and you just get your social media money every month and you pay bills with it. I don't give a damn. I want my money. Run me my money. Run me my damages for what you got on here doing, listening to people who you did not know on social media, listening to that crew and all them people giving you lies, and all these other people who had problems with me back in 2002 because they was jealous and they were miserable, and they come running to you because you were so viral, thinking that was going to shut me down, and it didn't do anything, but it opened you up to lawsuits. And Nosy Bystander LLC and Omar Leonard for lawsuits. And I believe, in my opinion, out of the three that got insurance, it would be the one who got it is Nosy Bystander LLC. And how would I know that? Because we've done our homework. We've done our research. Okay? We've done our homework. We've done our research. The lawsuits lay out how each defendant participated individually. But if y'all had been listening to Miss Cece, when she told them, that could be some conspiracy charges filed in the feds with that. I never said that, but she's 1,000,000% true. You got that right, and that's coming. And that conspiracy claim will have these other people who don't think nobody know who they are. See, this is the thing about this app. You got Joe who will sing like a bird, okay, to save himself. He will sell his own mama out to save his own behind. Do you know what I mean, Miss Whitney? Welcome back, Miss Whitney. Go ahead. And
I didn't mean to drop earlier. I was trying to mute myself, but I was trying to multitask. But what I will say is he better hope that he's not being used as an example for this whole social media stuff. Because if he is, that's going to be crazy for him. And then I'm thinking maybe he's saying he's not going to get an attorney because at this point in time, maybe he doesn't have the money to even get one. But him being him and the things that, he's got on here and said about having money, now he can't get on here and ask for it, just openly. So, he kind of, leaving himself like, excuse my language, but kind of assed out.
Mm-hmm. So am I wrong? Am I wrong? Did he not, when out of the 100 people that's in here, 99 people, am I wrong in saying that if when you guys think about Icon Joe and what he was on here saying, did he not give off the impression that he had money? Did he not say everybody jealous of him because he got so much money?
Not only did he said we were all jealous of him, especially black women. We're sitting on our behinds collecting checks and government assistance. We're jealous of him. They're icons. They're worldwide. He sold out of his seasonings, and he has bragged about several ways of how he's made money, which is very ignorant to be on social media, even talking about what money you have and how you're making money and things like that. He does that all the time. He's very boisterous and always bragging about everything.
And honestly, if you want to go a little deeper, since he's going to federal court, like even like personal experience, they ask for the real name, they ask for any aliases or anything like that. So with however many names and whatever, however many social security numbers he got, whatever the case may be, they're going to bring up all that. So he better hope it don't open the door for things, that he's not even there for, because that's a possibility too. Because once they get you, they got you, and you're free game.
And Miss Whitney, you just won the prize of the night. Okay. Now, how you knew what I'm getting ready to say, I can't tell you. But what I'm going to tell you is this: that as y'all remember, do everybody remember when Joe got on here when I compelled him to come on live and tell everybody that he used to be on food stamps, welfare projects, and he was on SSI till we got it cut off? Do y'all remember him saying that when he was on one of his crashes? He said, I used to be on SSI and till y'all got it cut off. Do y'all remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay. So then what I'm finna clock for y'all now. What I'm finna clock for y'all is this. See, when the Social Security Administration gets word of somebody who was on SSI on the internet making money, and don't think they don't know people, that they have people in the Inspector General's office that do investigations upon people who are receiving SSI checks and on here making money on social media, but claiming on paperwork what they can and can't not do. Okay, so let's just clock that T, number one. Number two, well, what happens is when you get caught up and you didn't report that money, they assess an overpayment against you. But the people just think, oh, they got cut off and I got to pay back this money, whatever the Social Security Administration assesses. But what they don't realize, and Ms. Whitney just said it, is the Inspector General for the Social Security Administration is just like the FBI. That's a law enforcement agency in itself. They can go and arrest you. They conduct surveillances on people for fraud and everything else. Now, what we know for a fact is, I will say this and I will say it very clearly. We already know Joe Diddy admitted to purchasing fake doctor's notes from somebody in wherever they was at to give to Charles' employer. Anybody get up here and tell me I'm wrong? Anybody get up here and tell me I'm lying that Joe Diddy Robinson did not get up here and say they was paying for doctor's notes, giving them to Charles' employer so he could get off work and basically defraud his employer, and that they got caught, Charles was investigated, and Charles was fired. Okay? So, and it moves on to this. This happened in 2024. So somebody says, what's your point? That's a very good question. Here is what Miss Hillary Sanchez's point is. Do you know what credibility means? Do you do I know you do, Miss Whitney and Ty. Do y'all know what credibility means in a courtroom when you're in a court case and somebody is on a public platform going around lying and doing criminal acts that goes against their credibility, that they're admitting to doing fraudulent things that are not very trustworthy. Are y'all familiar with that? So I hope that when you say what's your point, the point is to bring up this, Big Mike, that Joe has admitted to fraud. He's admitted to purchasing fraudulent doctor's notes in 2024. And it was his own words, and his own words will come back to bite him in this civil case, and it will go to his credibility. So the words that he used are admissible for impeachment purposes to show a pattern and practice that to his credibility. Now, does that make sense, y'all? I hope I gave you a little education. I hope that helped you, Big Mike. Because I wasn't going to be rude to you, Big Mike. I know you were trying to be rude to me, saying what's my point. But do you now understand, Big Mike? I'm looking for your comment. Thank you for the gifts. I'm looking for your comment, Big Mike. Do y'all get that? Thank you so much for the gift. Miss Whitney,
Now, what does that prove, Miss Hillary?
Pardon me?
Big Mike responded. He's got more to say. Did you see his comment?
No. Oh, I see it. I just see what's your point. I didn't see anything else. I don't see anything else. Y'all tap the screen. Oh, there it is. And what does that prove? Big Mike, let me say this again. And I don't know if, okay, whatever, but y'all just tap the screen. Let me answer this. I just answered, what does it prove? It proves that this man is not credible. Okay, he will be found to be not credible based upon his own admissions out of his mouth that he knowingly, willingly, and voluntarily was purchasing fraudulent doctor's notes, having them given to his husband to take to his employer to defraud his employer of said services. So if that is going over your head, Big Mike, you're in the wrong life, okay? And so if that's the case, let me give you a ticket, because I got this express Greyhound bus ticket ready to go, and you can be the first person. That way you can pick your seat, because the bathrooms are not working. So get you a good seat closest to the front of the door. Go ahead, Miss Whitney.
Even with the fraudulent, like the fake doctor's notes or whatever, even if they reached out to the employer and they don't want to do anything with it, the federal can still do whatever they want to do with it. Even if like I said, the employer doesn't want to, they can still take that and run that as a charge if they so choose.
And then on top of that, I don't think people understand when you get up in the feds, like you just said, it opens up everything else. The Social Security Administration can file charges for you, because when you have an overpayment, they have made a decision that you weren't entitled to that money. Do y'all not get that?
That's a serious offense. When you're collecting benefits from the government, the federal government through SSI, and you're a content creator and you're bragging about how much money you're making and you're receiving a Social Security check every month, which I don't know if anybody has ever received SSI or had a loved one to receive SSI. I don't care if I had triplets that were premature. I got $50 just because my triplets were premature. Each child got $50. Do you know that the government wanted to know how I spent that $50 every month? I was like, are you kidding me? $50, and I had to explain what I did with that $50. But that's a different type of SSI. But you cannot just take the SSI money, which he was obviously doing allegedly, because he came on live and explained that he said, we got it cut off. We got his SSI cut off, because how are you collecting those benefits when you're this icon on social media? Does that make sense?
Well, we and everybody knows that and that's the thing. I think a lot of people are or he's trying to be dismissive. He's trying to be dismissive. Somebody is in his ear, and I have some ideas who it is, but they not gonna be in his ear when it comes down to being in court. They done pumped him up thinking that he could have these videos of Miss Hillary Sanchez talking about him for 6 months plus, doing a show every day, that has anything. How does that negate his responsibility in a defamation case on what I've claimed in my case? Now, if he feels that I've lied about something, he can co-sue me, and I can be a co-defendant, and he can be a co-plaintiff. He has every right to do that, but it's not going to negate his duties to defend himself and the damages that he will owe to me. And I wish somebody would explain that to him. He thinks having somebody come on my pages, screen record the pages of with him, my post to him, that's going to be a defense for him in my case against him. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following what he got on here and just said?
Yes, and he did say that, Miss Hillary, on that live. Oh, people have sent me this and they've sent me that. I've got everything. So he claims to have the receipts. Well, you need to bring the receipts to court. But I don't understand how he thinks screen recording your lives are receipts.
Well, first of all, once again, I'm not a lawyer to give him any advice or anybody legal advice, but in my opinion, this is what I'm going to say, that for some apparent reason, something ain't right. And let me tell you why. That you literally said, thank you, TikTok and my supporters, for sending me and screen recording her pages, and I got it all in my phone. So if she go and try to take it down, the judge gonna ask about it. I haven't taken down one video, Joe Diddy. Let me be very clear. Number one, and number two, are you familiar with what they call hearsay? Are you familiar of what they call the chain of custody? Do you know that you have to be able to testify to the authenticity of a video that somebody sent to you? So you are going to have to say, okay, I didn't see this live, but this person, you're going to have to identify who sent it to you, when they sent it to you, what method it was sent to you. And then that person is going to have to come into court and lay a foundation to testify before it can even become admissible in court. Will somebody say amen? See, y'all don't know, these folks don't know nothing about being in a courtroom. Okay? You
honestly, he gave his recordings. He has to understand he's the defendant, not you.
Right.
So if he wants to show anything, then yes, he needs to countersue you for that. But him showing whatever he got that you said has nothing to do with him being the defendant. You have to show that, hey, no, I didn't say this, or no, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. So if his defense is to say, well, she said this, it doesn't matter. You're the defendant. Defend yourself. And he can't do that by saying, well, you know what? Yeah, I said this, but you know what? It doesn't matter. You're the plaintiff and he's the defendant. Prove that, no, I didn't say this, or no, that's not true. Like, that's what he has to do. That's why I said he needs to get some kind of representation Even if it's bottom barrel, something is better than nothing at this point.
And he doesn't even understand the rules of evidence. If we know he in here listening, him or Charles, do y'all understand what I just said? Let me break it down one more time. So let's say Miss Whitney sent Miss Hillary Sanchez a video. Okay, y'all follow me, please. She sent me a video A, right? Then I brought that to court to use it against Joe Diddy. The other side will object due to the authenticity. Where was it? Who did this? Who originally shot this? When was it shot? Where was it shot? You have to know all of this information. You have to lay a foundation. It has to be admissible in court, and the judge makes that fact, makes those determinations, what's hearsay and what's admissible. You just can't just bring a video and say, somebody sent this to me, here it is. No, it has to be authenticated. It has to be looked at. It can't be chopped up. It can't be, AI, because we know what people can do with videos. Are people not familiar with that? He can't prove it because the videos don't lie. And this is the thing that I have said, and I said it back then, and I'll say it again. I stand by everything I said about Joe Diddy when it came to that BET and anything else I put on this app about him. Okay? And it's 8:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 30th, 2024, and this is Miss Hillary Sanchez on the Miss Hillary Sanchez Show. And Joe Diddy Robinson, if you don't like it, sue me. I don't give a damn because I'm standing on truth, and you're going to be taught a lesson, and we're going to see how much money you got or you had, because I'm not letting you get by this. You are going to be, I'm going to prove a point with you that you think you got a big platform and you think you can get on here saying anything about people without proof and evidence, and you're going to find out. Go ahead, y'all.
Someone mentioned tax returns or whatever that was in the comments. This could open up an entire huge can of worms for him, and he will be made an example of. Absolutely, he will be made an example of. He should have kept his mouth closed, but he just wouldn't leave well enough alone, and just kept on and kept on and kept on, and he'll be taught a lesson.
Baby Chance says, leave Netta alone. I guess I'm just jealous. I'm assuming you saying you just jealous, meaning to Hillary, Baby Chance. Let me say this, Baby Chance. Miss Hillary Sanchez is not jealous of this person that you see in my backdrop. Look at the waistline down. I'm not jealous, and go up to the top of the head. From the rooter to the tutor, Miss Hillary Sanchez is not jealous in the least bit. But Joe Diddy is going to be sued. If you want to support him, go over there when he goes live and suggest to him to crowdfund so that you can go over and help him. Until then, bye-bye, Felicia. You are the weakest link. You are dismissed. Go ahead, y'all.
Maybe Baby Chance thought we were jealous of that chicken wire and that back fence or whatever that is behind Joe. I have no idea. Maybe it's the outdoor bathtub, but see you, Baby Chance, whatever your name is. But anyway, I agree with you, Miss Hillary, but for everyone, supporting him. I don't know why they're not giving him, good advice. And Joe I believe he's starting to feel it because his views, I know they're down. He doesn't have as many people in his life.
Wait, Miss Ty, please, we don't care about his views. Because that's the thing where they say I'm jealous about. We don't.
Oh no, nobody's jealous of that.
Nobody care about his views. He can be 1 billion views. I don't care.
Nobody's jealous of that. Nobody's jealous of his things and them.
All I care about from this point, when it comes to him, is either he comes to answer the lawsuit, or we go on into the damages part of the case, where we talk about how much money am I entitled to for what he did. And I've laid it out in the complaint. See, a lot of people weren't aware of the coins that I was making. And so he will get to see, okay, this is what she was making before I did what I did. This is how it dipped during this months of when I was doing what I was doing, and this is how it's recovered, and then this is the offset, and so this is and that and that. But now, when you got that punitive damages in there with the feds, you don't get to determine punitive damages are to deter others, to send a message to others. It's not to punish Joe Diddy, but it's to send others in similar situated conditions of the same thing that happened here, to tell them you can't do this. Don't do this to people. And so the way you do this is you got to send them to bankruptcy. You got to send a 6-figure judgment to them in punitive damages to really let it sting, so it can set a precedent on TikTok that you can't get on here doing what these people was doing. This is how you deter this type of behavior. Go ahead, Miss Whitney.
Because the same question keeps coming up is, why isn't anybody helping him or telling him, whatever the case may be? But you are the company you keep. So I was always taught, you always, involve yourself or surround yourself with people who know as much as you, or who had, as much as you or more. Because when you don't do that, that means you go down to your level. So I'm thinking all his friends, whoever the case may be, they're all on the same level as him. So they can't tell him anything because they don't know anything themselves. They all have the same mindset.
And let's be honest, this man, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm not hating on him. Joe Diddy had some type of lawyer or paralegal. I'm gonna be the first to admit it on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. I'm telling y'all this. I mean this. Joe had somebody who accessed these courts down here in Connecticut, who gave him the paperwork and filled it out, and all he had to do was sign it. Somebody helped him. I promise you, he wouldn't have known what documents to fill out. He would not have known that. Some paralegal or a lawyer outside of Connecticut helped him. And it could have been legal aid. It could have been prepaid legal. Who knows what it could have been. But somebody helped him beside himself. Some legal aid. Somebody helped this man besides himself. I promise you. So maybe whoever he went to, y'all, he probably needs to go back to them. Because I swear to y'all, Ms. Hillary Sanchez is not letting up. And the first chance I get to pose my deposition questions, the first chance I get to do what they call production of documents, I'm pulling up, I'm requesting tax paperwork, I'm requesting bank statements, his PayPal accounts, he got his PayPal accounts. I'm requesting all of that. Within the last 2 years, I'm requesting all types of statements so that I can get a full vision of what's going on, of what damages I can ask for, compensatory damages. I can ask for and of course the punitive damages. That's going to be the big thing. That's the game changer in cases, is the punitive damages. And I don't even think he comprehends that. He doesn't comprehend that when you're sitting on social media, and I have the recording, and you told a judge you ain't coming down to they small town and they state, you not doing it. You think it's a game? You think it's a game? You said, I'll play the game with y'all. You really think it's a game, Joe? I'm confused. I'm really confused. Go ahead, y'all.
Definitely should have. He definitely should have thought about messing with Hurricane Hillary. I can definitely say that. He picked the wrong one. Should have never messed with Hurricane Hillary, because this hurricane is a Category 5.
Mm-hmm. And this is the real interesting thing, guys, is that if you got a platform, right, and somebody give you some tea, do you think I just run right on here and say, y'all, look at this, this is what happened? No, I do my due diligence. I look at it. I see if it's truth to it. And if it's not, I can say, allegedly the word on the street is this. Allegedly this or that. And people saying, oh, Joe said, Miss Hillary, Joe said he could sue you because you said he had HIV or this and that. I said, no. I have the recordings of what I said. I have my recordings. I have said, and I've had shows on it. I said, I don't know, and I don't give a damn if it was HIV or HPV. I don't know what he got. I have an opinion. I can have an opinion. I can say, is it this? Is it that? There's a difference. Now, if I said this person's got this, 100% they got this, and I know it's not the truth, then obviously that's a completely different ball game. And that I think people need to understand that. They really do. Hello, Miss Chrissy. How are you?
Hey guys, I have been out of the loop so bad. I have been working elections and I am actually headed to bed now, but I saw you online and I just wanted to say hey to everybody and I miss you guys.
I just wanted to ask you, because I know you've been so busy, honey. Did you get to see him the other day crashing, or you ain't caught up on it yet?
I did see little clips of it, but I have been listening to your YouTube's Hillary, how much more of this are we going to be able to take? I mean, at this point, we need to leave him in 2024, excuse me. It's not going to get any better. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I have looked at, this is a thing for me. When this case is over, if he can keep his mouth shut, when this case is over and quit cussing and disrespecting women, I will transition to do what I need to do. But this man is going to answer in a courtroom about the things that he did and what he said on this app, and he's going to be made as an example. He's going to be made as an example, and until this case is over, he knows what he can look forward to. But I definitely don't want to keep you up, because I know you tired, and I know you got to be back up again because polls are open.
Yes, they are. Get out and vote, everyone. That is the most important thing. But I will say this before I go. The more he talks, the more he's just incriminating himself.
Say that again. So thank you, sweetie. You have we got a special guest in the house. Charles is here, you guys.
Oh. Hi, Rolandis, and good night.
Good night. Charles is here, you guys. He just came in the live. I just invited him. Charles, your lunch is ready. This is Charles, you guys. He's got 160K followers. Would you like to come up, Charles? Come on up. I sent you an invitation. We could have a conversation. I'll talk to you. I'll be respectful of you, Charles. Come on up, Charles. Will Joe get mad if you come up? I sent you a request. Come on up, Charles. You are free to come up. This is the real Charles, you guys. This is him. Charles. Charles. Charles, your bumps are ready. They only burst for you. Charles. Charles, these bumps are ready, and I got your dessert too. This is for my haters that's coming for me. Back off, Miss Netta, you don't want this disease. I'm tired of these haters picking on me. Charles, Charles, your bumps are ready. So you guys, I'm going to post this. I clicked on this thing. Y'all will see that this was Charles in my live. I pulled him up. I seen him come up on my thing as came in this room. I'm going to post that so y'all can see when I was live, Charles came in this room to the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. This is what I try to tell y'all. They're here. They come in here all the time. I'm going to post it where y'all will see me click on Charles in my box watching, and you'll see it was him, 160K viewers. Go ahead, Miss Whitney. We just had Charles in the house.
Yeah, so I was on Duchess's live earlier, and they did the same thing to her. But the account was like, I didn't mean to come in here. And then she's like, so if you're on my page, you had to click follow because you were on my page. So why were you on my page in the first place? So I believe it because they did the same thing to her like a couple hours ago.
Oh, really? So they went in Dutch's live too? Miss Whitney?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, they went in Dutch's live?
Yeah, like a couple hours ago because I was in the live when it happened.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So yeah, so this is what I say, y'all. Like I said, I know what these people do. I understand them. I understand. They still here watching. Don't think for a minute that they're not watching from the back door because you don't have to click on the live to watch. This is what they do. So let me tell you something, Charles. Run. Run from that man. Don't allow that man to touch you. Dial 211 from Alabama. Go to a men's shelter. They will house you. They'll help you get on your feet. If you need somebody to help you, get on live and blink. These people will help you. They'll crowdfund for you, Charles. You don't have to stand there and let this man continuously take advantage of you. It's no need to. I'm telling you, don't look. Just look at the back of my screen. This is what you let. This is what you want.
So I don't even think it's slow start. It's actually Netta, not him, because when she was in, he or she, whichever, was in Duchess's live, like she made a comment and Duchess clocked it. She was like, yeah, this is Netta. This is not slow start. This is Netta by a comment that she had made, in the live. So it's really her. It's not slow start.
Do we have any medical professionals in the house? Yes, we do. Miss Big Cookie RN. I know you can't give diagnoses and stuff, but I'm trying to understand what's going on between the legs. And I ain't talking about the shrimp. I'm talking about the sides of the legs. What is that? Anybody know? I mean, don't everybody speak at once. Did everybody get quiet like that? I know y'all did get quiet. But yeah, so it kind of threw me off that they came in here on that page like that. And I know they do what they do, and it's okay. I would talk to Netta. I would have a conversation with Netta, but it's not going to change the lawsuit. Hello, Miss Cookie.
Hey, Miss Hillary, can you hear me?
You?
I'm doing good. So it looks like Joe Glizzy has a whole bunch of extra skin left over from the surgery procedure, the weight loss procedure that he had. Now, if he had good insurance or a good surgeon, they would have come back in and removed that since he's such an icon. So that's what it looks like. Extra skin, aka oatmeal pie. That's what it looks like to me.
I can get the extra skin, but the extra skin be hanging. It just be hanging off of you. But honey, that looked like deep frying grease touched that skin.
And it looked like it's chafed too. It looked like his thighs playing patty cakes with each other. It looked like it's chafed. So he really need to get some type of ointment or go to the dermatologist and just get something for that, because that's not appeasing and it does not look great in his. See, look at the line on this bathing suit, Miss Hillary. Even the line is confused.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting there looking like, okay, if anything I would be doing, I would be using that old fish grease and chicken grease and pork chop grease in between my legs. That's what I would do, because it ain't no way in God's green earth I would be caught out in public in a bathing suit with my legs looking that way and they ashy up in between. And how did that happen? I don't understand it. And I've zoomed in. Y'all ain't got the zoomed in version. I have zoomed in on this very, very closely. And it's white and it's ashy. It's not just loose skin. That's something living on his legs. I'm convinced. I can't do that to y'all. Y'all ain't gonna sue me for no traumatizing y'all. I wouldn't dare put that zoomed in picture on my live. Y'all won't get to sue me. Y'all won't sue me for being traumatized. Y'all watching this at y'all own will and liberty. Y'all, the liability has been waived. If you watching this, you won't be coming back suing Miss Hillary talking about I traumatized y'all. Go ahead.
Look at his tongue just hanging. Look at the tongue just hanging. What is this? As he would ask Charles, tell us what it's giving. So we want to know what this pose giving. What is this giving to y'all? Y'all tell me what scared would y'all give in the comments.
Let me tell you what it's giving. It's given Booker T has come back out of retirement from the WWF. It's given Booker T is wearing his WWE outfit, getting ready to go get in the wrestling ring and wrestle. It's given Booker T. I don't give a damn who don't like it. This is Booker T, right, ready to go and to get in the damn ring and wrestle on a WrestleMania event. Hello, Miss Soul. Go ahead and unmute. Okay. Doing the spin-a-roni. You know, he do the spit-a-roni. You know, he knows how to do the spit-a-roni, not the spin-a-roni. That's the thing. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, and I guess everybody was supposed to be jealous. But if you look at this, if we analyze this suit he had on, he had that bionic suit that I told y'all about that keep him hugged in. But did you ever see him turning around and bending down in this damn thing here like he do when he in the kitchen cooking? And the answer is no, because he puts on that different booty bionic suit that he wear because he can't get that wet. See, that can't get wet, but this bathing suit can, and that's why he never turns around in it. You just see him from the front. You just see him from the front. And if Charles needs any paper bags, our grocery store is selling these paper bags. You can just keep them to put them over the top of his head so you can continuously live in delusion land that you married to a woman. Because you know damn well you ain't married to no damn woman. Ain't that much medication in the world to convince you. I don't care how slow you are. There ain't no way you believe that you married to a woman when you got a whole grandpa sitting right next to you and putting down Budweisers just like your grandpa and your daddy could do. He drinking them like they going out of style. Okay? So let's be crystal clear when it comes to that. So now Miss Hillary Sanchez is getting ready to transition to her show. I'm getting ready, y'all, to transition over to my show because I'm finna clock the T. I'm finna recap these 5 people who are all working together on this app. And I'm going to tell y'all, you got Joe Diddy, you got Omar from the Watts, Omar Leonard, you got Kayla Brent, you got Married to the Coins, you got She Ready, you got all these miserable, broke, jealous women when it comes to Miss Hillary Sanchez. They don't know how to contain themselves. They don't know how to control themselves because the jealousy is just eating them up in the inside. So they all now working with Joe as a team to try to get Miss Hillary down, to try to defend Miss Hillary lawsuit. We're going to clock it. We are going to clock that T. And we're going to break it down because you know what? There is some problems over there in the icon world. It's some problems over there in the hottie community. It seems that one of the candidates of the hottie crew has been rejected and kicked out and have been exposed. That they've exposed this person. And, we're going to go down this road. We're going to go down this road tonight on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, and we're going to talk about it. Thank you so much for the gifts, Miss Lexi Mama. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the taps. Thank y'all so much. Let me get myself ready for the late night show. I'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all. Whoever gonna be up, I hope to see you. If not, good night. Have a wonderful day. Please look out, guys. Please look out for my night show here in the next, like I said, 10 minutes. I want y'all to look at what I repost when Charles came into the live. I want y'all to look at what I reposted. I'll be back, Miss Duchess, to go over some more stuff I found out, honey. I'm going to repost some other things too, y'all. Y'all tap the screen. Let me say this real fast, y'all. So Charles came over here, whether it was Charles or Joe. This is what Miss Hillary Sanchez is going to tell y'all. They came over here in this live when I told y'all they were over here in this live. They came over in this live. And why did he come in this live? He deliberately clicked in this live. He was in this live. I can see people in the box watching. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. We can see people in the box watching who are viewing the live. If you are clicked in this box, it will show us so many people who are in the box watching. So we clearly know who is in these boxes watching. Y'all tap the screen. So what I want to tell you guys is this. Now, Joe said on this live that he told his icons to attack me. He also told them and did things to other women. He did things to Duchess. I think y'all don't realize the things that this man does. He throws bricks. He hides his hands. He did everything he did to Mia. People understand the things that this person did. The things that this person did on this app, the things that this person has did and how he traumatized women and Black women and African American women on this app. Why is it okay that this man got to traumatize and attack women and nobody got a problem with it? But it's about, okay, so you're sitting here doing what you doing. I come on and do my show. Duchess is doing her show. Mia doing her show. People are doing what we're doing, but y'all want to come up in the live playing games, and we try to tell people they be in here, and they think we just lying and saying they in here. They just think we lying and saying they coming in here just to say they in here. No, I know that they're in here. There isn't a live that they not in here on. And I don't give a damn. See, you got to be saying something illegal, a criminal to do anything to somebody. I can speak my opinion all day long. In my opinion, this man got the clap. In my opinion, I don't know what's between his legs, what is growing. It doesn't look natural to me. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it's just weight loss. There are other things going on that I don't want to find out about. It looks like to me, potentially, we may have had him spill some taco meat or some of that fish grease between his legs. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is that you can have your opinions all day long. You can have your opinions 7 days a week. But I'm not interested in Taco Joe. I don't want no burger dogs. I don't want no slop. I don't want no sloppy Joes. I'm not interested. I'm traumatized. I'm in the kitchen knowing damn well you supposed to be putting onions and bell peppers in certain types of food you cook. And because I'm so traumatized, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting it in the food because of this man here. Now, but he get on here talking about he don't have this, he don't have that, who don't have something to pay this or pay that. Don't you worry about what somebody else got that you can collect on. If you got a case, bring it, Joe. Bring it, Joe. If you got a case and you got all this evidence against somebody, or you can do this or you can do that because of what somebody filed or traded or whatever happened, do your big one. Do your big one, Joe. But we are unbothered. I'm unbothered when it comes to you. And this is what I'm telling you. Bring your ass down here to Connecticut. And I promise you, when you come, you will not be coming for Zoom. It's no longer Zoom. So when you get that knock on your door, when you get that next knock on your door, Joe Diddy, listen and listen very well to Miss Hillary Sanchez. Can I get the 70K, y'all, please? Thank you. When when that sheriff comes to your house and they knock at that door, I want you to know that you can take your ass, your ugly ass down there to Staples all you want to this time and fax that paperwork talking about you need to have a Zoom or a Skype meeting. It's not happening. The judge wrote in there a personal appearance. No Zoom, no Skype is accepted. He wants you right in front of his face in that courtroom. And the order was signed yesterday, and the marshals got it, and the sheriffs got it today. I'm dropping these receipts so you can see what happens. And this sheriff's office that's right next to your town, you might know about who it is, Joe. Matter of fact, Joe, let me just show you. Cause you don't mean fat, mean greasy. Y'all tap the screen. I'm gonna pull up a receipt. Y'all tap the screen. I'm gonna snag this receipt. See, Joe, are we back, you guys? Are we back, everybody? Are we back? So this is going to be some free advertisement for this business. I want y'all to take note. Of this business. If y'all ever need any business done, please contact this investigator. He's really good. This investigator is really, really good. Do y'all see where it say Alabama? This investigator is really, really good, y'all. Okay? This investigator is really, really good. Hold on. Let's get this centered correctly. Let's see, Miss Hillary. I got to learn how to do this stuff better, y'all. I got to. I don't know how to do it, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can go to 4. If 4 will help. I can't get it to move over, but y'all can see where it's got Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama. You can see Liberty Investigations of Alabama, LLC. But what I want y'all to note, look at the date on that email on mine. Do you see October 24th? Do you see that? Liberty Investigations of Alabama, LLC. Okay? Now, let me tell y'all what they doing. Let Miss Hillary Sanchez tell y'all what they are doing. Okay? Let's clock this T. See, Joe Diddy don't realize when you pop one zit or you pop a bump when it ain't ready to pop, what happens? When you pop one bump and one zit and it wasn't ready to be popped, what happens? You guys are going to see a lot more of Joe and Charles coming in our rooms. Y'all tap the screen. Thank you. You're going to see them coming in our rooms. You're going to see him crashing. You're going to see him coming in on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, doing whatever he chooses to do. But what I'm looking forward to seeing y'all do, what I'm looking forward to seeing him do, is when he get this stuff from the sheriff. When he gets this from the sheriff, and then he realizes whoever is advising him is telling him, you got to go. And if you don't go, look at what it says at the bottom of the paper, what happens if you don't go. And then whatever you think is going to happen, I want y'all to hold me accountable. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me in this live so that nobody can say, do I got Whitney and Ty in here? Do I got Cece in here? Are y'all still here? Queen Kenya, people who Anna, are you here? I want to make sure, is Miss White here? People I see all the time. Who else do I normally be seeing? A lot of people. People who always is in here. Davo, I remember seeing you quite a bit. Other people, Pretty Face, all of y'all. Okay, there we go. So I want y'all to take note. Purple, I want y'all to take note right now what I'm telling you. Okay, Lexi Mama, I know for a fact be here too. Listen up, y'all. And Miss Stacy, I see y'all. Cynthia, I see y'all. Okay. I want y'all to listen to me, and I want you to hold Miss Hillary accountable. Listen to what I'm telling you right now on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show at 9:21, and you can clock this T and watch and see, don't it happen? Okay? Here it is right now. When Joe Diddy comes down here to Connecticut for this in-person in contempt hearing for violating these court orders, recording a court proceeding in its entirety, and then coming on TikTok and rebroadcasting it, he's going to be held in contempt of court. When he steps foot in that courtroom, I'm stepping out of the courtroom to dial 911 to get on the phone with them investigators. And I'm going to tell them he's now here in this courtroom. They gonna get on the phone to the marshals, and they're going to tell the marshals, is this man here? Do y'all know him? Retain him. We on our way to make an arrest. Now he gonna bail out because his bail gonna be between $500 to $1,000, but he's getting his ass arrested. And this is why y'all need to listen and pay attention. This is why, if y'all notice, he said, y'all ain't basically gonna trick me to come down there to these small states and counties. Y'all remember when he said that? Y'all ain't gonna trick me to come on down here to these small counties and states, because he knows that the warrant for him is not extraditable down there to Alabama. He got to be down here in Connecticut for that warrant to reach him until the feds get ready to do what they're going to do. So he understands the law. I'm telling y'all this. They're telling him so he understands it. But see, what he don't understand is them feds. See, them feds is a completely different game. The feds is a completely different ball game. What's up, Miss Doc?
It was good. Yeah, I was just saying that in another live. You don't understand these federal courts. You can't come in there looking any kind of way, not having anything submitted as far as documents. He talking about I'ma just come in with my phone, but unless it's pre-submitted in federal court, it can't be entered as evidence at the last second.
No, you are 1,000,000% right, Ms. Doc. You can't do that in the feds. It's not a joke. I've showed it where the court issued protective orders so that things don't get out. That means you can't see it, but you can see everything else. That should be his biggest problem. What is it that judge ordered that is sealed that that the public can't see? Clock that, Miss Doc, and Whitney.
So I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, you probably even gotta call them and let them know that he's there. They're gonna already know that. They're gonna track him from the time he buy his ticket, from the time he like they're gonna be there. Like, you don't even gotta notify them. They already know. Because my personal opinion is they're waiting for him either way on something totally different than what you have going on. Just based off, the history that I've heard. You just open the door. Now they're going to come in and do whatever it is they need to do. Because I'm pretty sure if you got that many aliases, they've been looking for you. And it's like you kind of just handed them over. Like, here he go. But that's his fault. Because all of this could have been avoided. Honestly, granted, eventually one day he would have had to face his fate. But, he just pretty much just came and sat and left. Like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for them to do whatever they're going to do. Because that's pretty much what he did. Once he opened that door and they transferred your stuff to the federal court. And he knows that. You can see it in his face. You can tell he's not him regular self. Like, he's not his regular self. He knows what's coming and he knows what can come. So that's why I say, in some sense, he's not oblivious. How most people think he is. He knows enough to know, hey, I may have messed up this time. That's why now he want to talk. That's why he want to pop up in y'all lives and be weird. Because it is what it is at this point. Just face it and go. Just be the man that you are and just go from there. That's all you can do.
Right, Miss Whitney. At this point, what he needs to do is man up, grab his balls and that shrimp and man up. He ain't that right, Miss Doc? He needs to man up and accept.
I don't know how much testosterone may be pumping through that system right now with that twig and berries, but at the same time, yeah, he gonna have to go to court and use his real voice because them federal courts ain't finna play with no character, and you did something wrong. You're not supposed to put no court proceeding out there. Like, everybody knows that. Like, and you just literally are sinking ship trying to do some kind of farewell tour. Boy, bye. Like, we don't even need to know that you leave and just go because you about to go to jail. As soon as you get ready for court and you land, you going to jail, man. Don't even think they finna put you in the women's unit. Ain't no way. They finna put you to work real quick in that mechanics area.
Right. And then, Miss Doc, just wait till these 11 people who subscribe, and I got a high subscriber rate on my page, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I got big bloggers who are, shout out to YouTube, my YouTube family and my other platforms. Shout out to y'all, my podcast people. Shout out to y'all from the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Y'all got to pay some coins for these receipts tonight at this late night. I'm going to be subscriber only. It'll be 11 people in there, and it'll be them the ones that'll be rebroadcasting this stuff on these blogger pages. But this is the thing that y'all got to understand about this man. This man is very, very, it's in his mind. It's a thing in his mind that he thinks he's untouchable. It just, I can't even put the words in my mouth. And then he gets on here and acts like what he says is the law. Like, everybody got to do what he says. Delusions. It's arrogance. He's arrogant. It's what else could we name it, Whitney or Doc?
I'm gonna say right now that it's obviously given. Somebody need to come pick him up in that white van. He need that little happy shot. Go ahead and sit down, wake up, get your 3 meals a day, your applesauce, your peanut butter crackers, Because it's over, man. Like, at this point, you better off checking yourself in so that you can claim this sanity than about to be where you about to be at. Because trust me, they ain't got no bell peppers and onions where you going, man. It's something crazy. It's just sick at the end of the day. It's giving Jim Jones Joe. Okay? It's giving I'm a cult leader and I'm going to send these people out here to do what I want them to do. And you supposed to just listen to me. No.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. Go ahead and unmute, lady.
I just want to say one thing. My cousin is a lawyer in Connecticut and works with the feds. And I just asked him what will happen. He said the feds are going to get him before he steps on the courthouse steps. There's no way he can avoid it. If he doesn't come, they will be knocking on his door. There's no way to hide from the feds.
Oh, wow. Well, there y'all have it. There y'all have it. I mean, there you go. Whoop, that is. Whoop, that is. Go ahead, Miss Whitney.
So they can say he's slow all he wants to, but at some point in time, you got to sit back and think. If he's that slow, then how does he know to try to stay under the radar for so long? And how does he know to manipulate slow start? So I don't think he's as slow as people think he is. He's calculated. But like the lady just said, and I've been saying that, it doesn't matter. It's federal. Like, it is what it is. Granted you got your civil suit, but the feds took it for a reason. And it's not play around with him when it's deeper than what I'm at this point. He got some kind of inkling or something that is deeper than just this civil suit, and he knows that.
And let's clock it this way, Miss Whitney, and let's go back. See, y'all gotta tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. This is good tea I'm giving y'all. Y'all tap the screen, or I can go to subscriber only. But y'all tap the screen. I'll give it to you, but tap the screen. That's all I ask. I ain't asking for gifts. Just tap the screen. Let's go back, Miss Whitney, Doc, to this point when he said y'all need to stop playing with the feds for somebody to end up in jail. Did y'all remember that?
I remember him saying that. Yeah, for sure.
So who is playing with the feds? Ain't nobody.
He is.
The only one playing with the feds. The only one playing with the feds is you with that SSI, them overpayments, making them fake, fraudulent doctor's notes, using doctors' DEA numbers and all that crap that you did. They say you did, and you admitted that you did. You the one playing with the feds. So we know what you was doing about saying stop it, stop it, stop it. No, you should have been saying stop it, stop it, stop it before you had hired somebody to make them fake damn doctor's notes. That's what you should have been doing.
He should have just kept his mouth closed and just served slow start his lunch. That is it. That is all. He was getting, a lot of attention from that. That's what he should have stuck with. But his head got too big and he started saying things and doing things to be offensive, to get attention. And then, like I said, now it's time to pay the piper. You got to pay at the end of the day, one way or another. Granted, I don't know what he has done in his past, whatever the case may be, but everything always comes around full circle. And I feel like people forget that. But he's been reminded at this point because he knows that's what's going to happen. Everything is going to come back full circle. That's the way life works.
Right. Everybody say hi to Joe Diddy and Charles. They are listening to the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Hello, Charles. This is Miss Hillary Sanchez. We've never met formally. Y'all tap the screen. Charles is listening to Miss Hillary Sanchez. I guess. DJ World has told me he's a very credible person, so I know for a fact he's listening. Charles, I would like to say something to you. I want to say something to you, Charles. Y'all tap the screen. Let me show you how a real woman is supposed to be singing a song. This is for my haters that's coming for me.
Back off, Miss Netta. You don't want this disease. I'm tired of these haters picking on me. Cause Charles, your bumps are ratty. They only burst for you. Cause Charles, okay, Charles, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. I saw you when you came into the live and you came in, Charles. You are always welcome on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. You can always come up. I came in your live, Charles, a few weeks ago. I was throwing you a bunch of gifts. Was there anybody in the live from when Hillary was over there throwing Charles gifts? Y'all remember that when he was in that car and he was sweating like a pig, slopping around in flop, trying to steam clean that carpet in the back of that car. Y'all remember that? And I was in there throwing him gifts. I threw big gifts. I threw him at least $70 or $80. I sure did.
They use that to get Burger King.
I know Charles got him a nice bag. I know you got you a nice sack with that $80, didn't you, Charles? Because I know Joe. Let me tell you something, Charles. If you need help, please just bob your head in the next live. When you go live, Charles, bob your head to the left. And we'll know to come help you. There are services for you. You are not alone, Charles. Okay? You're not alone, Charles. And let me tell you something, Charles. If you hadn't have been with that silverback, Charles, see, Miss Hillary Sanchez, I have a man. I'm happy. I'm in love. He loved me. But if I wasn't in love and if I wasn't married and you wasn't with Joe Glizzy, when I first saw you and you first came out to the scene and before you seemed like you was 8 months pregnant, before you got that 8-pack you got, before all of that, I might have looked twice. But now that you've been contaminated, you would have to go through all types of detox. That Hartford nuclear plant that we got out here in Connecticut, you would have to go out, and if you could withstand being in that hazmat tank for about 20 or 30 days, I would probably allow you to come over and have dinner. But it wouldn't be nothing. It would never be anything other than cooking to show you how somebody really supposed to cook. Because what I can tell you, Charles, is that you don't need to have sugar on fried chicken. You don't need to have sugar on pork chops. You damn sure don't need to have sugar on baked macaroni and cheese and uncooked, unsifted damn flour and cooked macaroni stirred up and put in that damn oven. It makes no sense, Charles. And then who gave y'all the impression to make a big back breakfast? Y'all coming up with stuff that chefs that have been to culinary art school can't not do. This is what y'all do. Y'all are icons. I'm going to tell you, because we are Siamese if you don't please. We are Siamese if you do please. Looking at Joe the Bumps in dining style. You can pop them little bumps a while. So I just sometimes, you go through these motions and notions on these things when it comes to that. And I try to tell y'all on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, Charles understands that, That man getting up on here showing off for the camera. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you for the taps, y'all. Getting up in here on this thing, showing out for the camera. And then Charles, you come up and you rolling your eyes. Charles, we know. Y'all tap the screen. Charles, I'm screenshotting you. You in this room. I know you here. See, this is the thing what I need you to understand. What I need you to understand, Charles, is will you please tell me this? Will you please tell us how much alcohol does it take before you actually can first get past the silver pack? That it's a human. Then you recognize that Joe Diddy is a human. And then once you get past him being human, when is it that you transition into thinking that this whole ass 6'9" NFL linebacker with one damn nail on his finger, and the one nail that is staying on his finger is the one that he scratched between his funky ass legs and sniff his balls, and then running around here talking about let him mix up this meatloaf with his mushrooms and potato salad and all that other nonsense he do. Who in the hell got potato salad that's running like soup? You can't tell me that potato salad is running. You cannot tell me potato salad is running. It makes absolutely no sense to me. None. We got 300 people in the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Thank y'all for the taps. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. We appreciate y'all. This is what we do. Okay? Come on up. Hello, Miss Duchess. Welcome, Miss Duchess, y'all, into the
is over there because he over there laughing and all that with women, but you came on my live, sir. You came on my live. You followed me. You know you followed me, sir. You followed me because I know you watching this live and you laughing, but you followed me, sir, but you don't want to come over back to my live and have a conversation. You'll rather be over there with the nobodies with 13 people in their live. 13. Not even a solid 20.
Wait a minute, Miss Duchess. Are you telling me that the Hottie crew is over there stream live in the Miss Hillary Sanchez show?
Oh yeah, they over there laughing. They hear everything. They over there, they the ones that hide behind the bushes and shit, but don't want to come in the field, but swear that they hard. Swear that they hard. Swear that they all that. We see, we hear you. You over there knowing everything we saying. And Alexander, the new page you made, bro, you are a man, and you over here, you are not a man. You are not a man in no shape, form, or fashion. You are not. You should be ashamed of yourself over there with them 13 people. 13. You got 13 people in your live, and y'all think y'all doing something, laughing. Y'all could do that on Zoom. But you are a grown man over there laughing and shit.
Well, you
are pathetic. Charles,
Miss
you are pathetic.
Here goes something they can laugh at right here.
Yeah, laugh at that mugshot right there. Looking like Baby D from freaking Friday After Next. Looking horrible.
This is
Come on now, man.
This is let me tell y'all something who this is. This is Kayla Brent. This is Kayla Brent of the Hottie crew. This is the one who secured this exclusive interview with my husband that she was finna drop for everybody. And she know everything on everybody but herself. Now, see, what I can tell y'all is this. This person right here look like she done 6 years in the stint somewhere. The head is not matching the body. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. You got a wife beater on. You got damn tattoos going across your damn chest. You got arms built just like Joe Diddy. You two are two peas in the damn pot. And see, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. I really am scared of you. And I want you to stay the hell away from me. And I'm going to tell you something else. You ran over there threatening this woman here, Miss Duchess, in this box. You did all that threatening against me. You did all that stuff to Mia. And your ass has been reported to law enforcement and you going your ass to jail. Just be patient. Go ahead.
With tattoos that's not even centered in your damn chest. You can't even got the money to go to a real tattoo artist. That look like somebody drew on your damn chest. You're not attractive at all. And you want to sit up there and talk about people. I mean, you like, come on now. Don't make me barbecue your shit because I sure the hell will. Look at you. You don't even look like somebody that I would even want to be attracted or bring into my circle. You will not.
Can y'all do me a favor? I need y'all to do me a favor. Take y'all hand on y'all phones. If y'all got y'all phones, who is him? I'm going to tell y'all what to do. Take y'all hand across y'all phone. I want you to do this too, Duchess. And just cover up the head of that photograph. But make sure you can still
You would think that's a man. You would think that's a whole swole ass man right there. That don't look like no female. You would have no, that's why you got to use Snapchat filters and stuff and you don't come on camera because you look like a goddamn man. And I tell you right now, I'm not scared of you either. But guess what? I don't fight. I don't fight at all. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't fight at all. You understand? But at the same time, you look like Baby D from Friday After Next. That's what you look like. You don't look feminine in no shape, form, or fashion. Them tattoos right there explains it all. You couldn't even go to a real tattoo artist and get a real tattoo on your damn chest. It's off-sided. Off-sided than a motherfucker. Well, you look, man, let me stop before I get us by because you done pissed me off. Over there talking about, I've been talking about you for 2 months. She said I've been talking.
Hold on, Miss Duchess. I muted you, Miss Duchess. Calm down. Don't let him get to you, Miss Duchess. Don't you know they mad? Don't let them get to you. But we know, Miss Duchess, you was eating too much over here, Miss Duchess. You eating. But what we know for a fact is this. These tattoos look like they was done at the joint, like somebody. We can tell a jail tattoo when we see it. We can tell a jail tattoo when we see it. Miss Mia, let me tell you what didn't happen. So I'm over here doing the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, minding my own business. I came on early and to do my show. And apparently Netta was on Charles' page at one point, going in other people's lives, and then then Charles came over here and bopped in my live and clicked in my live and was watching my live and wouldn't say nothing. I invited him up to come up. He didn't want to come up, and now he went over there to the Hottie crew with the 13 people over there. Listening to they live streaming the Miss Hillary Sanchez show live in there punching the air. And so laughing, giggling, doing whatever they do. We got 260 people and Miss Duchess said they got 13 people over there. And so we're just doing what we do over here on the show. That's what I'm doing. I was over here clocking the tea about everything, but this is one thing that I think that they need to figure out over there. Charles, let me tell you something, since y'all over there listening. Can you please go over there and tell your wife, Netta, that them moderators over there doxed Joe Diddy? They are the very ones who doxed Joe Diddy. It's two of them over there right now who doxed Joe Diddy when they were mods over here for me. Okay? I got the receipts. We're going to have a receipt party about it. I'm just going to show y'all just how low down and dirty people can be. You over there sleeping with the enemy. You for clicks and views, Charles. Okay? Now, let me speak to you in your language, Charles, so you can understand. Shut up in here. This is a perfection. You need to get yourself a job. You need to go over there and figure out you find something to do because of perfection. Because I'm not the one. It's a 10 out of 10. It's the DonBomb.com. Go ahead, Mia.
Oh no, I just didn't know what was going on. I thought something happened.
Oh, no. Okay, go ahead, Miss Docs. No, nothing had happened other than that, sweetie. Miss Doc, go ahead if you got something to say. We got Duchess in timeout. Miss Whitney, you got something to say, Ty? Duchess, you okay?
Now I'm in timeout.
You in timeout.
Now I'm in timeout. No, I mean, she just made me mad because they just over there really saying stuff like, I've been talking about them for 2 months. Ma'am, I didn't know who you was for a week. It's going on 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Then what made me mad was someone saying that they're going to call my job. They don't even know what job I work at, but they're saying that they're going to call my HR and this and that and the third. So I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
Miss Duchess, I will tell you that I heard I was on one of my things and somebody told me to go over there. So I was looking in the room and I heard Kayla Brent, and this is a fact. I heard Kayla Brent ask people to find out if they know who your real name is to get it to her. They said, if we all know who Duchess' real name is, please send everything to me and I'll take care of it. She'll wish she never was on this platform. And that came out of Kayla Brent's mouth.
Well, good luck with that because I don't put my personal business out there for nobody to know my real name. And even if you do find my real name or whatever, you ain't gonna find nothing but that I'm a boss. And that's it. I don't have no rap sheet. I don't got no mug shot. I don't have a criminal background or battery because I don't deal with the police. I'm a classy female, very classy. But even with that, if you do get that type of information, that's even better for me because I know what to do with it. But at the end of the day, you going around and it's more so Rolandis, man. You came on my live. No, first of all, you followed me earlier today off of your main page. You followed me today. You lied and said you didn't. I put the screenshots up of you following me. Then one of my mods, I had to get onto her about it, but brought you back to the live. And so we knew that Joe was in control of it because I showed my face. I showed my face on my live. And Joe said, you don't have shit. And then got off my live. Now you trolling people lives off of a different page. You're not being very smart about it, but you're going to different people pages doing the same thing. But didn't you say yesterday that you don't go on people pages? You don't do this, you don't do that. People send you stuff, but you clearly go on our pages. Like, they don't understand how TikTok works. We can see who views our pages. We can see who views our lives. And y'all be in there every time. Charles, your lunch is ready. That blue picture with you and that smile. You be in people's lives, sir. Like, you real slow for you to sit here and like, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Like, your best bet was to be in the background and not say nothing. But
And,
now,
and let me say this. We know that he being used, Duchess. We know that. Miss Mia, could you please tell us the discount code for your sale going on, please?
Yep, the discount code for my academy is bumps. So if you go to the link in my bio and you shop, get whatever you want. Coaching's on sale, business grants is on sale, everything's on sale, and just use promo code bumps for 30% off the whole site.
So you can go, you can
quiet over there.
you can go on and purchase, snatch up different types of programs and coachings that you got, and it'll give 30% off at the checkout. Just promo code bumps, and you got it.
Yep, promo code bumps, 30% off of everything.
Wow. Well, I'll tell y'all this, and let me say this. It's bumps spelled BUMPS, okay? Promo code bumps on her platform. And let me say this, y'all. I appreciate all 240 of y'all, whether you for me or not. Hello, Miss I forgot how to say her name. I'm gonna say Miss Bella. Unmute Miss Bella. How are you? It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. I've been busy and I just wanted to check in because I was strolling and just say hello to everyone and hope all is well.
Yes, everything is fine. We're in litigation. I filed a motion to hold Joe Robinson in contempt for him and his hottie crew recording a court proceeding and then coming on and playing it on TikTok and holding a live about it. I brought it to the to the awareness of the court, the chief judge, and they were quite upset about it. I got an ex parte order signed, so the sheriff's department will be going out to Alabama, his town again, to give him some unpleasant paperwork that the hottie crew will not be participating in any type of Zoom proceedings. If they want to bring their ass to Connecticut, come on down here, because some of you got arrest warrants waiting for you in this state. So please come. And let me say this, you guys. I appreciate my true supporters. I appreciate everybody, people who came up on my panel. I appreciate y'all. I thank you. I thank the people who tap. I thank the people who come up and engage. I thank the people for everything that they do. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I dropped everybody to leave Mia up as I start to conclude in this way, that the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, and I'm going to be very clear, I came here to do exactly what I set out to do, which was to come on here and humble Joe Diddy, to stop him from attacking African American women and their children and making fun of them because they were on public assistance. I have accomplished that. I have done that. I have did my big one when it comes to that. Now, the other things that this has led into is that we're going to deal with these civil court cases and these criminal court cases. And that stuff will happen. When all of this is concluded, Miss Hillary Sanchez will transition her show. I will no longer speak about this man at the conclusion of the criminal cases and the civil cases. I will have plenty more to talk about, but I'm going to stay on course. I'm going to stay on Joe Diddy's neck and on Charles. You know, Charles, who loves to call other women pound cake face and love to engage with women, but be told he can't. He can't even battle women on TikTok battles because Joe Diddy is so insecure that he can't trust that his husband could be battling somebody on a live with women being in the box to battle another creator, and he got a problem with it. Charles, you need to find somebody who who will trust you, that you don't have to run around here asking them, can you get a haircut? You just go get a haircut. Take the keys, just like you did when you got on him and you was protecting Mia from him, and you told him you will knock him one and shut up in here and this and that. And the way you punched that shed, when you punched that shed, the way you almost broke your damn hand punching that shed, just think about if Joe Diddy did that. You could defend yourself within reason in every state. You can look up your laws and see. But you don't have to succumb to this man's manipulation, in my opinion. You just don't have to. But Charles, you may love him. I don't feel sorry for you, Charles. You're not a victim in my eyes. You are a willing participant, and you need to wash your funky ass, and Joe needs to do the same damn thing, and you hearing it directly from me. And I don't give a damn if you like it or nobody else do. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. The code is BUMPS, BUMPS, on Mia's Live. Please give them your web page again and your site, Miss Mia.
Yep, it's Grinding Royal Academy. If you just click me and you go to my bio on here and just click the link in my bio, and you'll be able to go in there and shop and everything. Like I said, the whole entire site is 30% off.
Okay, and the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, if y'all is up and y'all can't sleep and y'all still up and y'all want to hear some eating down, y'all can check me out in about an hour. I'll be back in an hour. Miss Hillary Sanchez has some things that she needs to do at home. Thank y'all very much. Keep a smile on y'all face. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the taps. I appreciate everybody. God bless y'all. Thank you for everybody who was in the box, all my guests who had what they had to say, the people in the comments. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. Cold Bump. Royal Academy, y'all better go on and get that 30% off. 30% off. Don't y'all miss it. And good night, y'all. I'll see y'all at 11 on the other.
Good night.